How can I prove, with logging, where a port block is occurring? How can I prove, with logging, where a port block is occurring? I've set up an FTP site on IIS, Windows 7 Home, and set up a rule in the Windows firewall allowing access. The FTP site is accessible via my local browser to my static IP, ftp.example.com, where DNS is GoDaddy, so it's resolving to my static IP and the FTP directory is being served. I've also set up a rule in my Uverse router firewall allowing FTP server access to this machine. However, my customer cannot reach my FTP site, and when I test using mxtoolbox.com, 1 open ports. These ports were closed. Furthermore, I can add other open ports, such as IMAP and POP3, and they show as open once I edit the router firewall. No matter how many times I delete and add FTP server, port 21 never shows as open on mxtoolbox.com, and of course the customer cannot reach the FTP site. He can successfully reach my locally hosted web page.
From the remote site, you can use traceroute to work out where in the path the port is blocked. Note that this has to be a *nix traceroute, e.g. Linux, as Windows does not support traceroute over arbitrary ports. Compare. 2. These have to be run as root as it requires elevated privileges. Note that it is the IP after the last successful hop that tells you where the block is, i.e., the hop that does not respond. So look for the next hop in the port 80 traceroute after the last successful one in the port 21 traceroute.
If you don't have access to a Linux box, just install the Telnet client on Windows. Control panel, programs and features. Telnet server IP port. Or you can download PuTTY. If the connection times out or is refused, then that is a problem. Happy smiley.
To check at which point or hop your port is being blocked, use traceset. It's very simple as below. To check port 31 all the way to destination. You just need to install WinCap, then this utility will work from Windows CMD. This URL.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.